What if some of the wildest stories you've ever heard, the ones dismissed as pure fantasy, actually have a disturbing kernel of truth? What if beneath the surface of official narratives, there are real-life conspiracies so outlandish, so far-fetched, they sound like movie plots, but are backed by unsettling evidence? In this video, we're diving headfirst into 10 crazy-sounding conspiracies that might actually be true, exploring hidden agendas, secret experiments, and shocking cover-ups that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the world, from bizarre government projects to powerful hidden organizations, and even plots that changed history. Get ready to have your mind blown. And trust me, the number one conspiracy on this list is so audacious, it could redefine the very nature of truth and deception in our society. You're about to uncover dark corners of history, perplexing anomalies, and unsettling connections that defy easy explanation. Can you imagine a government program so bizarre it tried to weaponize psychic powers? Stick around, because I'm going to reveal the unsettling truth behind one of history's most secret projects. Before we pull back the curtain on these hidden truths, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, share this with a friend who loves a good mystery. And if you haven't already, subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on more eye-opening content from 360 World, and I want to hear from you. Which of these crazy conspiracies do you think has the most disturbing ring of truth? Drop your theories in the comments below. 10. The CIA's Project MKUltra, mind control through drugs and torture. What if your own government experimented with mind control, using drugs, hypnosis, and psychological torture on unsuspecting citizens? Imagine the Central Intelligence Agency secretly launching a covert program in the 1950s and 60s, attempting to develop methods for human mind control and interrogation. This isn't just a Hollywood trope. It's Project MKUltra, a declassified but still shocking conspiracy where the government truly engaged in unethical and often horrific experiments, blurring the lines between fiction and horrifying fact. How far did they really go? Project MKUltra was a top-secret, illegal human experimentation program designed and undertaken by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency from at least 1953 to 1973. It involved administering psychoactive drugs, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, verbal and sexual abuse, and other forms of torture to develop techniques for mind control, information gathering, and psychological warfare. Victims included both willing and unwitting participants, some of whom suffered severe, lasting psychological damage. While a Senate committee exposed some details in 1975, much of the program's documentation was intentionally destroyed, leaving many questions unanswered. The sheer audacity and unethical nature of MKUltra, confirmed by government admission, makes it a chilling example of a crazy conspiracy that turned out to be horrifyingly real. A government program straight out of a spy thriller. What does it say about the limits of power? Let me know in the comments. Embrace yourself, because our next conspiracy suggests a global agenda to control the population. 9. The Georgia Guidestones, a blueprint for a new world order. Imagine a massive granite monument erected in rural Georgia, inscribed with 10 commandments for a new age, including instructions to maintain humanity's population at a mere 500 million. Does this sound like a blueprint for global control? This isn't just a quirky landmark. It's the Georgia Guidestones, a mysterious monument whose anonymous creators and chilling inscriptions have fueled decades of conspiracy theories about depopulation, eugenics, and a secretive new world order. What was the true purpose behind these bizarre commandments? Erected in 1980 by an anonymous person or group under the pseudonym R.C. Christian, the Georgia Guidestones stood until 2022, inscribed with 10 guides in 8 different languages. The very first guideline was maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Other messages advocated for reproduction wisely, guiding human reproduction, and unifying humanity with a living new language. While proponents claimed it was a message for future generations to rebuild after an apocalypse, Critics argued it was a chilling manifesto for eugenics and population control by a secret elite. The anonymity of its creators, the monument's sheer size, and the controversial nature of its messages gave rise to numerous conspiracy theories about a shadowy organization planning a depopulated future. Its recent destruction has only amplified these whispers, leaving its true intent shrouded in mystery, a literal stone tablet of global directives. Who do you think was behind them? Don't go anywhere, because our next secret involves a powerful financial elite. 8 in the Bilderberg Group, the secret rulers of the world. Have you ever wondered what happens when the most powerful politicians, billionaires, and corporate CEOs meet in total secrecy year after year? Imagine an exclusive, invitation-only conference where the world's elite gather behind closed doors with no press, no public statements, and no official agenda released. This isn't just a private club, it's the Bilderberg Group. And for decades, its intense secrecy has fueled conspiracy theories that it's a shadowy cabal orchestrating global policy, wars, and economic shifts behind the scenes. What are they really talking about in there? Founded in 1954, the Bilderberg Group holds annual private conferences attended by approximately 120 to 150 leaders from politics, industry, finance, academia, and media. The meetings are strictly private, with no minutes taken, and attendees sworn to secrecy under Chatham House rule, meaning participants are free to use information received, but neither the identity nor the affiliation of the speaker nor any other participant may be revealed. While organizers claim it's merely a forum for informal dialogue on major global issues, the intense secrecy, the power of its attendees, and the lack of transparency inevitably lead to accusations of plotting a new world order, shaping policy without public accountability, or even making decisions that impact billions. The very existence of such a powerful, secretive gathering makes it a legitimate target for conspiracy theories, even if its actual impact is debated. The world's elite, meeting in secret. What decisions do you think they're making for us? Up next, a chilling theory about an assassination that redefined a nation. 7. The assassination of JFK. A conspiracy beyond a lone gunman. What if the most famous assassination in American history wasn't the act of a lone, disgruntled individual, but the result of a powerful, shadowy conspiracy that reached the highest levels of government? Imagine that the official explanation of President John F. Kennedy's killing in 1963 hides a far more complex and sinister plot, involving multiple shooters, government cover-ups, and powerful forces seeking to alter the course of history. This isn't just a theory. The JFK assassination conspiracy continues to be widely believed by the public, fueled by decades of inconsistencies and unanswered questions. Was Lee Harvey Oswald truly alone? The official Warren Commission concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in assassinating President Kennedy. However, numerous inconsistencies, witness testimonies, and expert analyses have led to widespread skepticism and a multitude of alternative theories. These include a second shooter on the grassy knoll, involvement from the mafia, the CIA, the FBI, the Cuban government, or even the vice president, the destruction of evidence, the unusual speed of the investigation, and subsequent declassified documents that revealed government surveillance of Oswald before the assassination have only fueled public distrust. The sheer complexity of the event, coupled with the profound impact on American history, makes the JFK assassination arguably the most enduring and unsettling political conspiracy theory, for which a majority of Americans still believe there was a deeper plot. The most famous assassination, still shrouded in mystery. What would it mean if a deeper conspiracy were proven? Don't go anywhere, because our next theory involves advanced technology and ancient knowledge. 6 ancient advanced civilizations, lost technology, and hidden knowledge. Have you ever looked at impossibly precise ancient structures like the Great Pyramids or Pumapunku and wondered if something vital is missing from our history books? Imagine that long before recorded history, highly advanced civilizations existed on Earth, possessing technologies and knowledge far beyond what we typically attribute to ancient peoples, only for their achievements to be lost to time, floods, or cataclysms. This isn't just archaeological speculation. The theory of ancient advanced civilizations is supported by out-of-place artifacts and engineering feats that defy simple explanation, suggesting a forgotten past. Did advanced civilizations exist before us? The theory proposes that cultures like the Egyptians, Mayans, or even a pre-Ice Age civilization like Atlantis possessed technologies that allowed them to achieve feats seemingly impossible with known ancient tools. Proponents point to anomalies like the perfect astronomical alignments of megalithic sites, the precise cuts in massive stones that defy primitive chisels, or the existence of U-parts like the Antikythera mechanism. While mainstream archaeology attributes these to human ingenuity and painstaking labor over centuries, alternative theorists argue that some evidence suggests a lost, sophisticated knowledge base. The sheer scale and precision of some ancient construction remains baffling, fueling the idea that the story of human technological progress is not as linear as our textbooks suggest. What secrets from our past are still waiting to be Coming up next, a bizarre theory about hidden underground bases and a secret society. 5. Hollow Earth theory and underground bases. What lies beneath? What if beneath the Earth's crust, there's not just molten rock, but a vast, hidden interior? Perhaps even home to secret civilizations, advanced beings, or clandestine government bases. Imagine a world within our world, accessible through polar openings or hidden tunnels, harboring secrets far stranger than anything on the surface. This isn't just a Jules Verne novel. The Hollow Earth theory and the existence of vast, secret underground bases have been persistent conspiracy theories suggesting a hidden realm beneath our feet. What secrets are they hiding down there? The Hollow Earth theory, though scientifically debunked, has a long history, with variations proposing a hollow core, or an inner Earth with an internal sun and civilizations. More plausible offshoots of this theory involve the existence of massive, secret underground military or alien bases. Proponents point to anomalies like unexplained seismic activity, alleged classified documents, or witness accounts of strange craft entering and exiting the Earth. While many such claims are pure fiction, the fact that governments do have highly secretive deep underground facilities lends a tiny kernel of credibility to the idea of hidden subterranean worlds, allowing the imagination to fill in the gaps with truly outlandish possibilities, from alien contact to a hidden elite. A world within our world, full of secrets. What dark truths might be buried beneath us? Don't go anywhere, because our next conspiracy suggests our weather is being manipulated. 4. Chemtrails, covert geoengineering, or something more sinister. Have you ever looked up at the sky and noticed persistent, lingering contrails left by airplanes that seem to spread out and linger for hours, unlike normal jet exhaust? What if these chemtrails aren't just condensation, but are actually part of a secret, large-scale atmospheric spraying program by governments or corporations, dispersing chemicals, biological agents, or even conducting covert weather modification? This isn't just a cloud formation. The chemtrail conspiracy theory suggests a hidden global operation with potentially sinister implications for public health and the environment. Are they really spraying us from above? The chemtrail conspiracy theory posits that the long, persistent contrails seen behind aircraft are actually chemical or biological agents deliberately sprayed for undisclosed purposes. While scientists and aviation experts universally explain these as persistent contrails, believers argue that the unusual persistence, spreading patterns, and alleged health impacts point to a clandestine geoengineering or population control program. While there's no credible scientific evidence to support the existence of such a widespread, secret spraying program with harmful intent, the visible persistence of some contrails and the real-world interest in weather modification and geoengineering research provide enough ambiguity to fuel the chemtrail narrative for its proponents. Mysterious trails in the sky with a hidden agenda. It makes you look at the clouds differently, doesn't it? Now, prepare for the top 3, which delve into some of the most audacious and unsettling conspiracies. The next one is about a global disease. 3. The AIDS conspiracy, a man-made disease What if one of the most devastating global pandemics of the 20th century wasn't a natural occurrence, but a man-made disease deliberately created and unleashed? Imagine that the HIV virus, which causes AIDS, was engineered in a laboratory, perhaps as a or resulted from a botched vaccine experiment, and its true origin has been systematically covered up. This isn't just a fringe theory. The AIDS conspiracy theory has persisted for decades, fueled by suspicion and a lack of clear answers about the virus's jump to humans. Was AIDS truly a product of nature? The mainstream scientific consensus is that HIV originated from simian immunodeficiency viruses in chimpanzees and jumped to humans through zoonotic transmission in West Central Africa in the early 20th century. However, various conspiracy theories have persisted, claiming HIV was deliberately engineered in a laboratory as a bioweapon, created by the CIA to target specific populations, or was an accidental byproduct of polio vaccine trials contaminated with SIV. While these theories have been largely debunked by scientific evidence tracing the virus's evolutionary path, the initial mystery surrounding AIDS' sudden appearance, coupled with historical distrust of government and pharmaceutical companies, allowed these disturbing narratives to take root and persist for decades, leaving a shadow of doubt for many. A disease created in a lab? What does it say about the potential for human malice? Up next, a chilling theory about an incredibly powerful secret society. 2. The Illuminati, the invisible hand guiding world events. Have you ever felt like there's an unseen hand pulling the strings of global events, orchestrating wars, revolutions, and financial crises from the shadows? Imagine a highly secretive, ancient organization, the Illuminati, not just influencing governments, but actively controlling media, finance, and even pop culture, working towards a singular, hidden agenda of global domination. This isn't just a novel. It's one of the most pervasive and enduring conspiracy theories, suggesting a powerful, invisible elite manipulates our world. Is the Illuminati real? And are they in control? The original Bavarian Illuminati was a real Enlightenment-era secret society, founded in 1776, that promoted reason and opposed religious influence. It was, however, short-lived and suppressed within a decade. The modern conspiracy theory posits that the Illuminati did not die out but went underground, evolving into a shadowy, powerful organization that controls world affairs from behind the scenes. They are often blamed for major historical events like the French Revolution, the assassinations of presidents, and global financial crises. While there's no credible evidence of a continuous, globally controlling Illuminati organization, the enduring appeal of the theory lies in its ability to explain complex global events through the lens of a simple, hidden master plan. It taps into anxieties about power, control, and the idea that powerful elites are truly pulling the strings, making it one of the most popular and adaptable crazy but true conspiracy theories. A secret society pulling the strings of history. What if everything we see is just part of their grand design? And now, for the number one conspiracy that will truly shatter your sense of reality. This is the one that's closer than you think. When the moon landing hoax did we really go? What if one of humanity's greatest achievements, the iconic Apollo moon landings, was actually a monumental hoax, staged by NASA and the US government in a secret film studio? Imagine that the images, the videos, and the very idea of humans walking on the moon were all part of an elaborate deception designed for political gain. This isn't just skepticism. The moon landing hoax conspiracy theory has persisted for decades, fueled by alleged anomalies in photos, lack of stars in the sky, and waving flags in a vacuum, leading millions to believe it was all a giant lie. Did we really land on the moon? The moon landing hoax theory claims that NASA faked the Apollo landings to win the space race against the Soviet Union. Proponents point to various anomalies in photographs and videos, such as the waving flag, parallel shadows, lack of stars in lunar sky photos, and the absence of a visible impact crater from the lunar module. While every single one of these anomalies has been thoroughly debunked by scientific and photographic evidence, explained by basic physics and optics, The theory persists. Its enduring appeal lies in profound distrust of government, the emotional impact of such a massive deception, and the sheer human tendency to question grand narratives. Despite overwhelming evidence, the idea that one of humanity's greatest achievements was a meticulously executed lie remains a fascinating and unsettling crazy conspiracy that, for many, still holds a kernel of truth. The greatest space achievement, a giant lie? It truly makes you question everything you see. If these crazy-sounding conspiracies left you speechless, then you absolutely have to check out our next video right here, where we explore even more baffling historical events that were kept secret for centuries. You won't want to miss it. And remember, if you only scrolled to the end of this video, you missed out on the shocking truth of Project McCultra and the bizarre Georgia Guidestones. Definitely go back and watch those parts. Before you go, hit that like button one last time, share this video with anyone who's fascinated by the hidden truths of the world, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Join the 360 World community and let's keep uncovering the world's most unsettling secrets together. Until next time, stay curious, stay questioning, and keep digging for the truth.